Right. This is RP Gamer, or Brian if you prefer, and welcome to Twilight of the Gods Session 0. If everyone would like to introduce themselves, I'll start with person on my left, Aaron.
Hey everybody, I'm Aaron and Brian from Table Knights Entertainment, and I am going to be playing an Aaron named Argent. And he's kind of got like a knight/Kingsguard thing going on. He's going to be the party tank, I assume.
And Tyler?
Alright, I'm Tyler. I'm going to be playing a Chimchar named Luffy. I'm going to be punching a lot of stuff.
Okay. Oh. It's Sven.
I am Sven. You better call me Seven, because Sven, the pronunciation, for most people it sucks. Just call me Seven. That's what I use on my YouTube, 7E City. I'm playing a Lotat whose name's Abu. Abu is more of the survival guy, so I'm gonna help you guys through the lands, I hope, at least. And he's good. Like, he wants to see everything, and you can lie to him as much as you want. He will not pick up. That's right.
Oh, there won't be much of that going on, I hope. And
my name is Jessica, or if you know me by my YouTube channel, Karama's Girl 018. I'm going to be playing a Ralts named Faith, who is a chef, who is going to be the chef of the group. She's going to be the, I guess, long distance fighter. Wow. Hey, I can't talk. We just got started. Yeah.
Right.
Also, Tyler,
Perfect
I thought your
timing.
name was Stephanie. Because that's what's on your Google.
Yeah, I just haven't switched it yet. Me and my wife share the email account.
Adorable.
Makes it a lot easier so she can take care of everything.
Indeed.
I thought it was just the weekend. Thought that's what you go by on the weekend.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
That was a thick burn.
I'm a fire type. I can't be burned.
Right. So if people don't know what a Session 0 is, it's basically where they get to ask me questions about the world and how their characters fit into it. And we just get to know each other, really.
Which is always good to do, since we're going to be playing together.
Gotta bring my notes up.
So you're the player names, because I quickly picked up. Jessica was playing Fate. Is it like Faith or Fata?
Faith.
Okay. Tyler, what was your character name?
Luffy.
Or Aaron?
Oh, sorry. I'm Aaron. I'm playing Aaron, and my name is Argent.
What? Arkham?
Argent.
Argent.
It means silver in Latin.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I'll just be right back. I forgot to get myself a drink. I'll be right back.
I don't really get it either, because my guy's color is cobalt blue because his mom was a Blastoise.
That's true.
What's yours name, Taylor? What was your character's name?
Luffy.
As in Luffy from One Piece?
Exactly.
Then again, I don't watch One Piece. I haven't even gotten to watch it yet.
I feel like you just insulted the very fiber of that man's being.
Sorry.
I don't know if I can play in this anymore.
I just haven't gotten to watching One Piece yet.
Well,
I've got a lot of stuff to watch.
One Piece, I tried to, and I was like, I watched like the first episode, and like, oh, this is great. but there's like 1,000 more episodes, and they're like, I'm not getting
Long
into
way to
it.
go.
See, but that's how you know it's good.
Yeah.
If it's been going for that long and they're still going strong,
Yeah, because if they weren't that good,
It's
you'd
a
think it was
measure.
over by then.
I don't
Or
think
long
there's
before
plenty of things that go on forever that are middling. I think One Piece has a lot of great stuff in it, but in that very same vein, when something has that many episodes, there's a lot of crap.
well, One Piece actually doesn't have as much filler as you would think. It's not too bad.
That's surprising.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
surprised at how long it's been going on.
By the way, if anybody is interested, I posted a link in the group chat for the Google, and it leads to a picture of a Blastoise mixed with an Aggron. That's what I assume he'll look like, but less sci-fi. He is fully evolved, more medieval.
Yeah. And speaking of the fact that you've kind of done a custom third evolution, Tyler was asking about mega evolutions before, and they're going to be part of it, and I'm going to allow you to design your own.
Oh boy,
Sweet.
I definitely will make my Mega Evolution look exactly like that then. Can all.
Nice.
Give me some special attack too, so I can start ice beaming bitches.
Then,
This is going to work nicely for my guy now.
so my world, if you've been following my world build, the threads in the Facebook group that I've been filling in about my world, it's the world's Anzia. It's kind of just a single continent at the minute, but with that, it's got islands around it, consisting of where the dragons have retreated to, and the volcano island as well, where the majority of the fire Pokemon have fled to. They like to stay away from everyone.
Because they burn things down?
No, the kind of a bit too. I'd say the majority of them are just like what the type is. They're all a bit too aggressive and a bit too competitive, and that they don't like the peaceful nature of the Kingdom City kind of thing.
They're a little hot-headed.
Yeah, yeah, we'll say that.
Makes sense.
So they've kind of took themselves off to fight amongst themselves over leadership and all that stuff. And all of yous, well, I don't know if you can come from outside it, but you'll come from somewhere within the Kingdom City, which is more of a nation. It's more of a nation now, but it's still referred to as the Kingdom City.
Okay.
So like you'd have distance between the different villages and that within it.
Okay.
Well, you peasants can live wherever you want. I live in the castle.
No, you're not that well off.
I thought I was part of the King's Guard. We guard the king. Do we not guard the castle?
Yes.
I'm guessing you guys would stay in like the barracks or something if you actually live near the castle.
I mean, that's still closer than I feel like most of you are.
More than likely.
Yeah, I'm from a fighting village.
I'm just from a small village.
Yeah, me too. Like very small village. We're just floating on a water village. But I don't know. Maybe I'm from the kingdom. That's something we can discuss because I've been traveling for months. So if that maybe I can be traveling around the kingdom or from outside the kingdom. Yeah.
Well, that'd be interesting. And I believe Faith's village is one of the newly kind of integrated into the kingdom. It's like been a year or so for Faith. So she's right on the border kind of thing.
Define integrated, like peaceful.
Yeah, the majority of times it's been peaceful. Yeah, peaceful integration. Yeah, they don't talk about the non-peaceful. As far as people are aware, the king and the kingdom's quite a peaceful and benevolent kingdom.
Which is good.
Yeah,
That's what you would want to show people.
yeah. As I was going to say, Aaron, the kingdom. I mean, the king is kind, but I don't think he'd let everyone just reside in the castle.
Oh yeah, no. I was saying everyone. Clearly, the peasant folk that are less than me deserve to be outside in the cold and rain.
Yeah, the royal.
Guard the king.
Sorry.
You're
The
like
royal-
level 5 Aaron, right?
Say what? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm delusional. I'm sick.
Yeah, the royal district is like heavily walled off from the rest of it, but not like for defense purposes. It's more just
Status.
more status than that.
Look at my big shiny walls.
And also the the royal district is what was originally the city that the king came from when he started it all.
Who is our king? What kind of what's the Pokemon that is our king?
Yeah, they're all going to hate me for this. It's Pikachu.
Yes.
No! I serve a Pikachu? You know what, Chimchar, just fucking kill me, man.
Everyone's gonna throw electric stones at him when they get there. It's like, fuck.
Oh,
They just evolved.
Yeah, I was thinking, what Pokemon can I make this king? And I was thinking, well, I can't make. Yeah, and then I just thought it's
You
going
could
to
have gone with any number of regal lineage Pokemon. You went with the freaking mouse.
It's not written in stone yet, you know. Do you have any better ideas?
That's what you want. I'm screwing around with you. I mean, right off the top of my head, though, I would think something like one of the great cat Pokemon, like Pyroar, Lexio.
Something like that.
Yeah. Something that when you see it, you think, damn, that's regal as hell. Although it could be just as interesting to have a Pikachu who no one would ever suspect to be king. The king. Just be like, how'd you get to be king? I just electrocuted everybody to death. Eventually they gave up fighting.
How did you beat the ground types?
I learned surf.
It all makes sense now. It's a surfing Pikachu.
I was part of Pokemon Yellow.
Oh crap, this is Ash's Pikachu?
Everybody run.
He's like level
Worship your new god.
9,000.
I know. Yeah, every
Or you
season
just
always
step over.
gets beat by the starter Pokemon. That's the only thing I've never liked about the anime, that Pikachu keeps getting beat by the starter Pokemon of each region.
Yeah,
I
right.
know.
Every time they do a new season, though, they somehow like reset Pikachu's power level. It's really dumb.
It
He
kind of
still
makes
knows all
sense
attacks.
though,
That's the thing he
because
gets.
if the
They did
Pikachu
it
was actually
right
at its current
once.
power level every time, then it would beat everything in sight. And it wouldn't be a challenge for Ash.
What? Ash is still like a
Ash
15-year-old.
by
Like,
himself is challenged enough because he's Ash.
Well,
He
Let
uses
me go ahead and give away my best Pokemon. That makes sense.
he uses the worst typings of all time. And by the power of friendship will win. Yeah.
Oh, now you're making me think of Fairy Tale, the power of love and friendship.
Yeah, I don't believe in the power of friendship, guys. I'm just going to be upfront about that. I believe in the power of heavy artillery and high walls.
great. That's why you live in the castle. Or
Exactly.
yes.
That's why my mommy is a Blastoise.
Wait, if
Yeah.
your mother is the Blastoise, doesn't make that. I always forget how this works. Don't you?
Okay, well,
No,
In
I
the
think
video
it's,
games,
video
that's how it
game,
works.
yes, that would be how it works. But in real life, that would not be how it works.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
That's just a
Technically-
mechanic from the game.
was just making
Technically,
sure I
if we're
didn't
really
get it
thinking
wrong there.
about genetics in this scenario, I would have been a Blastoise at the moment of conception, but depending on whether or not I was a girl or a boy, that would have determined my species.
huh,
That's-
that
that's my
kind of
question.
makes sense, but it makes it more. If it was in the video games, it make it a lot more random to try and breed stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why they made it simpler in the games,
Yeah, less
like in
confusion.
the video games.
Even though in the video games there would be many extinct species because of the percentage of female to male Pokemon.
That's why I've not
All
been
of the
too.
starters.
Unless literally every Pokemon was like a reverse harem situation, where all of the clans were matriarchy based. I'm sorry, I get really distracted by theoretical discussions about fictional genetics.
Well, let's get into this. Like for the game, I'm really wondering, what do we eat? Because that's always a big question in Pokemon.
Oh, in this world, you might find this strange, but I haven't actually thought of that.
That's not that strange. Most people don't
It's
think
all
about that.
Magikarp.
No, we don't.
It's just
yeah, all
Berries,
magic.
fruit, and stuff. That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, but some-
I mean,
most
I would
of them
imagine
farm
that there are Pokemon who hunt other Pokemon, though.
Well, you could go like the anime route. There is like things you eat like meat, but we don't ever mention what it is.
yeah.
Like it's when Brock mentions, like, I never drink Miltank milk. It's like, what kind of milk have you been drinking, Brock, until now?
Soylent Green is Pokemon.
Or that one episode where both Ash and Brock imagine that Magikarp cut up and served up. That's the
Yeah, when
only
you can't normally eat Magikarp because they're just essentially like skin and bones, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that-
pretty much.
Yeah.
And then they turn it into Gyarados and imagine trying to hunt one of them down.
Oh God.
I mean, we can.
Oh, I'm good.
This.
I got Thunder Punch.
What move don't you have?
Fire Punch.
I was going to say, since you were all like all certain Pokemon, I was going to say like the lower rank Pokemon in terms of like the Weedles and the Pidgeys and that. Sorry, were like sort of non-sentient. And
Yes, leave
edible.
the peasants to be fed upon.
I was going to have certain Pokemon as non-sentient and thus edible, but
Bidoof.
Yes,
but
yes.
He's already
Poor
non-sentient.
that question did cross my mind when I was thinking, well, if they're all sentient, what do they eat? Yeah.
I mean, even if we are all sentient, though, like other animals hunt other animals, and
Yeah.
they're on the same level of
Yeah.
intelligence, quote unquote.
Read the Pokedex.
yeah,
That's all you gotta say.
that could be another reason the fire Pokemon went
Technically,
away.
I don't even eat meat. I eat rocks and minerals.
Oh,
So
you're
you don't have to
fine,
worry
yeah.
about that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
that's
can-
the question. Are we going with this? Because like I'm a herbivore, but you know, if my character can eat cake, if we're just eating human food, and I'm fucking okay with that as well.
I mean, herbivores can eat cake.
Yeah.
Right?
Not-
I mean,
Not good for
Well,
them.
considering
but
my
they can eat
character
it.
is a chef, I could probably have her make pastries and stuff. So
could you
Yeah.
make me
The
gourmet
chef fixes
rocks?
it. Like, you know, he has like he makes some kind of meat that's not meat, but it's good enough for all.
Yep.
Oh God, we're all eating tofu.
No tofu. No.
Yes,
no.
yes. There's one problem with you making pastries and cakes for everyone. Where do you get the eggs and milk?
Question.
Well, it's not
Milk tank
Miltank
milk.
milk.
we have a milk tank just traveling with us. Why do we have her?
Because she's the boss.
Cake will be ready soon.
The tank, milk tanks. Tank will kill anyone.
That's
Yeah,
that's
we
a
get in
queen
too
right
much
there.
trouble. We just have a rollout.
Miltank.
Yeah. Bloody
So yeah,
Whitney.
I mean,
still have nightmares of
As far
Witten.
as food goes, me and the Lucha, I forget what the Pokemon's name is. Seven.
Lotad.
Lotad.
Lotad. I know he transforms or evolves into a Lucha something.
Ludicolo.
Ludicolo, there we go. Anyways, we're fine on food, me and him. What does Roltz eat?
Well, since she's a chef, she can eat just about anything she wants.
I
But
meant
she normally sticks to her own diet, essential berries and fruit with occasional something different mixed in.
Okie doke. And the Chimchar, I assume that you're just gonna kill everything and eat it.
I'm an omnivore.
So yeah.
Same as Rolls, also. So you can eat it.
So yeah, I mean, most of us don't even eat living things.
That's a good question.
Oh.
Omnivore, in this case, since there are Pokemon that eat rocks, and you're an everything eater, can you guys also eat rocks in this case?
I legitimately, that's what Agrons eat. They eat rocks.
Exactly. So if they're omnivore,
and minerals.
Yeah, just kidding.
And it's only because they're a steel rock type.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, something I thought that was interesting was somebody positing the theory that Arons, Larions, and Agrons change color based on like the type of mineral that they most ingest.
It would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their outer shell would be based upon their diet.
Makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense for like even us if my Pokemon only eats like red vegetables, probably get a red color eventually.
Yeah.
That's how you turn into a shiny.
Feed me nothing but gold.
That's how you get there.
Or you can shave my horns and then sell them.
Or in Faith's case, you just ask the GM if you can be a shiny.
All right, so we figured out food. What's next?
A question for Jessica: is Fade a male or female?
Female.
Okay, sure. Do you have the option of Glade? Because normally those are males, but I'm asking the GM here if you're thinking about that.
Well, if my
Yeah.
character ends up evolving, I assume she would be a Gardevoir.
Yeah, okay. But maybe you want to have the option even as.
Nah, I don't really need the option. But if I did, she'd still be a Gardevoir.
About to say, I feel like if she wanted to be a Gallade, she would have just picked a male.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just thought another. Okay, so an opposing kingdom, a good ruler for them would be a Tyranitar. Like tyrant, it's in the name.
Is Tyranitar a dragon type?
No.
Rock and
Tyranitar
dark.
is a dark and rock type, I think.
Yeah, but they're
Tyrantrum.
pseudo legendary.
Yeah.
I always thought they were a dragon. I don't know why.
Maybe you're thinking of
Tyrantrum
Salamence.
is a rock and dragon is Tyrantrum.
Which is also another.
He's a
good
giant
Pokemon.
T-Rex.
I think that Pupitar was a dragon at some point. I also think.
Tyranitar's never been a dragon. He's always
Nope.
been
No.
dark rock, but he's considered a pseudo legendary Pokemon.
Because of its stats.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like one of the strongest Pokemon out there.
But Pupitar is dark rock ground, so it changes to dark.
Yep.
That's confusing. Okay.
Larvitar and Pupitar are ground and rock, and then Tyranitar switches ground for dark.
Yeah. But that's not the only Pokemon that does that. Mid of it does that when they evolve.
That's true.
Yeah.
Money. How is that gonna work? Do we get any?
Good question.
Yeah, you have money, yeah, because you've obviously been chucked out of your. Well, I'm just gonna say chucked out of your villages and that because sounds better than you'd be leaving on your own. But yeah, you'll have money. I'm not sure how much it'd be. I'll have to have a double check of like the cost of everything and that because it makes no sense giving you like a couple of grand each and then everything's like 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out the whole money system later.
I'll not have you going without being able to buy things and that. And also weapons and armor come into this as well.
I can't even hold things.
Well,
I could with my psychic abilities, but that would kind of limit me.
well, weapons don't have to be swords and that. It can be like
Can we just put spears on my back?
yep, be attached.
Yeah, like-
attached here and there.
We're going by Pokemon anime rules, right? We have a bag that fits everything to a certain amount. Like Brock never carries like 8 10s and all those paw. Like I need to carry my stuff somewhere. Right?
Yeah, like he carries a table in his bag, I think, a few
And a
times.
desk
Just,
that is
how does he do that?
I think you have like
It's a
6
bag of
different-
holding.
Confirmed magic in Pokemon. There we go.
Bag of holding.
I mean,
Oh
that
yeah, I was
one-
about to say a bag of holding is probably what he's got.
yeah. I was gonna say that the one in black and white who takes over from Brock, he has a whole oven and that in there. I don't know
That
where
is true, Silent.
Yeah, he has a whole
Yeah.
oven and how they're powering that, I have no idea.
You mean
So
that
this is again a
cheap-
question
that
we don't
cheap
ask. Like
rock knockoff?
Right.
Yeah,
Ugh.
the Brock knockoff.
The Brock off.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen much of the Sun and Moon series, so I can only compare up to X and Y.
Yeah, I haven't seen I haven't really been watching the anime lately. I've only been playing the games. I should get back into watching anime though.
I hear like the last one is like pretty great. Like a Pokemon.
It's pretty
Pokemon
good.
actually dies. Like well, it's like it's shame,
Yeah.
like, that he's dead, which I kind of find great.
It actually dies.
Hmm? What actually dies?
A
A stout
Pokemon.
wind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that one.
Okay,
Yep.
the freaking manga has been great from the beginning. You
Yeah.
You mean when the
do some
Charmeleon
Pokemon stuff?
slashes an Arbok in half?
Yes, and then it regrows its tail back. Like what the hell? Your head was cut in half, you son of a bitch.
If I remember rightly, people actually get killed in that as well.
It did. Yeah, they did. That was a brutal freaking comic.
Is that still going?
I think it is.
Because
I was gonna say because I didn't remember if they were just still doing the manga for Sun and Moon or not.
I know they did it for X and Y because yeah, they have X, Y, and Z in there,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I haven't looked for Sun and Moon to see if it's out.
I imagine it'll be coming out.
Yeah, I
That
imagine it
moment when
would.
you learn that Yellow is actually a girl instead of a small boy. Oh boy.
So is Green.
I'm wondering if
Yeah,
in
but
that
Green was a girl from the beginning.
Yeah.
Everybody thought that Yellow was a dude.
And again, like I said, I don't read the manga, so I wouldn't know that. I assumed Green was the girl you get to play as in Fire Red and Leaf Green.
I
Green,
think that
yeah.
maybe but
Green
she's the model for provocateurs in the game. Like literally, they use her picture for the provocateur class. She
I know
always tried to like seduce people, which was weird.
yeah.
So she's the female Brock.
No, because
Ugh.
Brock was always bad at it. She knew what she was doing.
I don't know if necessarily Brock was bad, but you know,
Or he just went
there was
after the
also
wrong
Misty and
birds.
Krogunk kind of stopping him too.
Yeah.
Wait,
We
Krogan
never got to see if they would actually slap him or not.
Man.
Don't
Krogunk would poison jab him in a certain
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
Like his side.
What side?
Don't talk about old Brock. He was my role model for the early years. I'm surprised. I'm surprised I've got kids. Surprised I managed that.
Oh, actually, I just looked at the handbook for this, the Pokemon tabletop thing, and it actually says that Ralts is an omnivore.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yep.
it does say in the Pokedex.
So you can enjoy a nice steaming plate of Tauros as well.
Yeah.
Load that lava bite.
Is this what I'm going to have to put up with half the campaign? You use like hunting.
No, not half the
Pokemon
campaign. It's all the campaign.
Use, like, even Pokemon.
We'll be consuming the flesh of our enemies.
It was cooking tournament session 1, right? Cooking tournament.
Yeah.
With Faith writing down in a cookery book, like giving each Pokemon a review.
She fed a far-fetched leek soup with duck. Wink.
Well, don't waste ingredients. The waste otherwise if you don't include that leek.
It's true.
What happens if you get rid of the leek off the Farfetch'd?
They lose their weapon. Essentially, they're like bird samurai, and they revere the leek as their weapon for some reason, and they're born with it. It's a freaking vegetable they're born with.
It will just get a wooden stick and we'll be like, oh, this is better. Where I haven't started with this.
I imagine that in this scenario that we're playing in, there would be Farfetch'd that have tomato maces as well, or asparagus spears.
That would be awesome.
Asparagus, yes.
Yeah. If there wasn't, there is now. Yeah, they're in there now.
GG, I win at world building.
Are there going to be other Pokemon than Cubone wearing the skulls of their mothers?
Oh, God.
God, that's so creepy. I mean, I imagine that in this culture, though, or at least in this setting, that kind of cultural thing would actually not be that weird because they're a primitive tribal people, and that would make sense that they wear their dead with them. That's a very shamanistic thing to do.
Shamanistic?
It
seems kind of dark for a shaman.
I'm gone. Goodbye.
Yeah. I think
hey guys, I already took out the Aaron.
And the Aaron.
I think the Cubone and that would probably be a primitive kind of tribe, probably the desert tribe. I imagine them being.
What can you tell us about? I think we're in the main city. We're starting, right?
Yeah.
So
you'll be in the royal district with the Colosseum and the palace.
Like, how did the tournament start? Was it like spread widely? Were there like, how did they start creating this tournament?
Well, it's just kind of the tournament itself is to celebrate 50 years of the Kingdom City, and it's kind of trying to bring everyone together, like the outer, seeing that, because with it being more of a nation now, everyone still seems far apart. So it was devised to bring people together.
If I bribe bracket makers, can I get the Chimchar to fight a water Pokemon? I want to fight him.
Do it.
Got fighting type moves.
I ain't even scared.
I have steel and rock type. I'm done. He touches me, I'm dead. It doesn't matter how much defense I have.
Yeah,
hang on, I'll be right back.
Doesn't.
Okay.
I'm still working the mechanics out of it because I don't want the whole session to just be like, well, it's Tyler's turn to fight, and now it's turn. So I'm still kind of working that out.
So it's basically going to be like some pools, so like random Pokemon get in groups, and we're randomly selected to be a group.
That was actually my idea, but I don't know how far into the session to do that because I don't. If I say that right at the start, then I've missed the entire first half of the tournament out, and I'll figure that out. Don't you rely on me to do at least that?
But you could just say like the fighter Pokemon in our group already won the first round, and let me and the chef worry about the first round.
Yeah, I can't just turn up, start the session, and go, right, Eula, off you go. I'll be back in an hour. I'd come back to chaos.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure I will just one-shot everything in this tournament, so it's fine.
Well, let's just say we're level 5. Like, is everyone level 5 in this city, or is it like normal people level? Or...
I imagine that in the context of a society, most people would be level 1 in that they are just people living normal lives. They don't have battle experience in any way. And in that scenario, level 5 people would be the most common type of warrior.
There is going to be ones of various actual levels in the tournament, but I don't know about like evolution wise. There's probably some higher level evolutions and that because not everyone would send like first forms there.
We're not gonna win. There's like level 40 guy in tournament. Good luck.
Well, if you guys hear anything in the background, it's my nephew. He just woke up.
Your nephew sounds like a phone.
She doesn't have a nephew. It's the phone.
Just crazy.
That's what she called the phone.
No, her nephew is the guy from Police Academy. She never said how old he was. Like,
just learn to imitate the phone.
No, it's actually the guy.
I don't know what he's doing.
Like, it's him.
I don't know. I haven't looked outside.
What's outside?
Are there any religions? Do we like God Pokemon are gods or
Praise the Helix?
Okay.
Well, I was like gonna do the opposite of a religion
Sorry about that.
kind of thing. I was gonna say that like atheism was the religion that like not many people follow because the gods are physically in the world, so
and there's
the majority
That wouldn't be atheism.
Yeah.
That would be us recognizing that gods are living creatures.
No, what I'm saying is like that. So everyone believes that they are the gods, know that they are the gods, but there's this group that's forming that don't believe that they are the gods. If you know what I mean, just believe that they are powerful Pokemon.
We learned that they get children, start at level 1. There's like normal guys who can defeat them if they train hard enough. And that way we're like, oh yeah, they're pretty similar to us.
Yeah.
More rare.
Yeah. But the majority of people are also raised to know that these were the ones that created the world and control the elements. And
I don't understand how we don't think they're gods.
that's what I'm saying. A small group have come up saying they are like don't believe that they were the ones that created the world. That they just believe they're powerful Pokemon that can be killed and kind of thing. I mean, because a god.
So
can't
most
be
people
killed,
think they
so...
are.
Yeah, the majority of people believe they are, but they can be killed, but they're kind of like phoenixes. They'll just come back again. Their physical forms can be killed, but
it sounds like gods. Yeah.
Yes, it sounds like gods, but just like our world, there are weirdos out there. So
yeah,
they want to believe their own thing. So as for when we're playing, is everyone all right with this time every week or every 2 weeks or?
It wasn't
on
Wednesday,
Sundays.
right?
It's fine with me. I don't have anything to do on Sundays normally.
Apart from answer the phone every 2 minutes.
So you want to do Sundays or Wednesdays now? Because it used to us Wednesdays before.
If Sundays are all right with everyone, it's probably the best time for me thinking about it.
Sundays would be easier for me than Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check if this starts up. Problem is, I already have a game on Sunday. It's like, oh, we have, yeah. For me, it counts. I'm running my own games on Sunday.
I mean, I do play some Sundays, but I can just kind of rearrange it because it's very fluid with the games I play. So I could just not schedule it for the same time that we were going to do this.
So, do you like to do it like every 2 weeks or every week, or because easy whichever's easy.
I would say every other would be better.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could do bi-weekly on Sundays. Probably fix that.
Yeah, that'd be easiest. Every other week. I can't believe how much of this session 0 has actually not been about the campaign. We've been
Where do you
talking
want to
about
go with the campaign? Like, we know that the first session is going to be a tournament, but after that, what kind of story should we be thinking? I think
Or do you want
us
or do you want that to be a
attack the dragons,
surprise?
it's gonna be. I'm trying to think of how much to say without spoiling anything.
Well, you can say, like, is there like one big goal we're gonna go after, or we're going on small missions, which a big goal is like behind?
Well, it's going to be a mixture, but the main overarching theme is the gods are disappearing from the world.
Okay.
That's
The
interesting.
overarching theme, and use lot.
I'm guessing we had to
get
figure out what's
involved.
going on.
Yeah, you're going to get involved somehow. I don't want to tell
We
you
have to
both.
be quick. If we're not quick enough, Brian will disappear because he's the actual god.
No. Unfortunately for you, not. Unfortunately for a few other people as well, but imagine a few people who'd want that. But no, that's the overarching theme. But I will allow you some respite and little side stories and exploration and that.
Okay.
It's
Which is good.
It's not going to be a completely time restrained thing.
And if I can remember correctly, you wanted to play like a bit high magic, so there are magic places or maybe even magical items in the world, or
There isn't magic as such because all Pokemon have the abilities they have, but some Pokemon do use their abilities more than others, and they use them for like in place of technology and that in places like electric Pokemon will power lighting for entire districts and that.
oh, so there's some technology.
There's some
Because
technology.
In a way.
Yeah. In the way I imagine Pokemon would do technology.
Yeah, or else electric Pokemon was like, what are we? A Rotom would be like, eh.
And like the Rapidashes and that of the world actually do the transport between the districts and that. They actually do like public transport. And
How about like Pokemon like Dittos and Mewtwo, who were, I think, created by humans, like Mugs,
And like Porygon.
Porygon.
they exist, but I don't want to say how they exist.
Yeah,
Okay. Some
They-
of us
they-
will find
They're
out.
like doppelgangers.
They're not known by the world. Dittos and Mewtwo's and Deoxys and all them aren't known by the world
Okay.
at large.
Dittos are assassins.
That would make sense since they can transform into any Pokemon.
But only the ones they see normally. So after once they change, they have to stay that one. Let's find something weird again. That's great.
What I also find really interesting, which might give you a clue about the campaign, is that Mew also has transform, can become anything.
That's true.
Hmm.
And in one of the supplements you get from the Pokemon Tabletop website, it actually says that all the gods have that ability.
game of throwers.
Yeah, that one. No, what is it? I can't remember what it's called now. But it
Last
has
of the Damned, To Pork Dream of Marie.
Yeah, God and the Damned.
Blessed and the Damned.
Yeah, Blessed and the Damned. That talks about like them all having like human forms that they can go into. So I imagine it would be the same as they'd have other Pokemon forms they could go into to travel amongst without being.
Yeah, because I think
Jumped upon.
Latios had that ability as well in one of the Pokemon movies.
Yeah.
So it would make sense that all the legendaries have that kind of ability.
Which makes you think in the terms of this game, are they secretly classing Dittos as legendaries?
Oh shit, we're all legendaries, guys.
They're all legendary.
Guys, you got me. I'm actually a Mega Rayquaza.
Oh, now I know why I lost.
No.
Well, that could explain the Pikachu thing, right? Just a god in a Pikachu.
I mean, in terms of the gods, the only ones that are seen are the lower pantheon ones, like the birds and the beasts.
So the ones that are typically like the trios.
Yeah. Majority of the trios, and I think Darkrai and what's the opposite one?
Cresselia.
Cresselia. I think they're lower pantheon as well.
Yeah, they're lower.
They're not seen as much because they only really come into people's dreams and that.
Yeah, because there's the 3 birds, the 3 dogs,
the 3 pixies,
Reggies.
The Reggies, the lake spirits.
Reggie.
And then for some
there's
reason,
like
I brought
Heat Ram.
Brought Regigigas out, and Regigigas looks worse than the 3
Yeah,
Reggies.
he does.
Yeah.
Like, how's he in charge of them?
Because he's bigger.
It's like, you have Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos, and it's like, oh yeah, but you also have OO when
Lugia.
Lugia. It's like, oh yeah, we couldn't think of a third one.
Celebi.
I always set Celebi's in mind part of the higher thing.
Yeah.
Not seen
Higher order of God.
Would Lugia and Ho-Oh also be higher?
They're the higher ones. They only come when like the low ones get out of control. Like all of them start fighting each other.
So basically, the high tier are the ones that are either the mythical or like the ones for the games.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Okay.
And obviously Arceus and they're rarely seen. They're never seen.
What about Groudon? Or I guess Groudon and Kyogre would also fit that.
Yeah, they're Heatran's not been seen, but yeah.
So we should have seen
a
like
lot of them.
We just started our grapple, so we've probably seen one legendary just for like few seconds, because that's the rule of Pokemon anime, right? Start your adventure, see a legendary for 3 seconds, and now you're the chosen one.
I'm gonna say now, don't expect all 700 and blah Pokemon to appear in this.
Oh man!
Otherwise I'll be here for months and months just listing off Pokemon that you see walking down the street.
Today you saw Pokemon's 1 through 50. All right.
No, we're not doing the poker rap as we go.
Are we gonna use Gen 7 because that's only 1.5 if I'm correct? So like hello and that kind of stuff.
Have y'all seen the Pokemon Go Pokemon rap?
No.
It's literally the whole time he's like, Pidgey, Rattata, 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 Pidgey, Rattata, 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 Pidgey, Pidgey. It's talking about the stuff you would see in Pokemon Go. And it's just like...
Oh, that's great.
Oh.
I've saw the one that College Humor did for X and Y, where it's all 700 and something Pokemon. and
God.
he's like getting completely out of breath at the end, and the guy's threatening him to finish it.
Isn't he like after a while he's just making up stuff? If I remember, it's like
That's what I think the Pokemon team did anyway. Just sat there making up. Yeah.
yeah, like
We haven't done a rat Pokemon in a while. Let's do one.
Brian, quick question: are we gonna use Gen 7 Pokemon since they're not actually in the 1.05?
There is actually someone did release the Alola Dex.
Oh yeah, I think they did, right?
It was
Oh,
not
sweet.
a good Pokedex. It's not finished yet. There's a lot missing in it.
I think they finished it like last month.
No, I've read it. It misses a lot of capabilities, and like really basic stuff that you need to actually run the Pokemon.
But since we're running as characters, we can probably guess their attacks and stuff. I don't think
Yeah.
we get
A little more leeway to them.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
you could probably do. I could probably bring them in and just like reskin one of the earlier generation Pokemon for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suddenly there's a Mimikyu on the throne.
So I mean the way I've done it, they're all created using the trainer classes and that anyway. So
I have a question, by the way.
yeah.
Why doesn't the Enduring Soul not have a stat bonus? I've looked over so many other classes, and almost all of them have stat bonuses, except for Enduring Soul, and that makes me sad.
Yeah, if they have combat capabilities, a lot of them will.
Hobbyist doesn't have it as well.
The what?
The Hobbyist, I took that word.
Oh yeah, the Hobbyist doesn't have it because it like is so wide ranged.
Because if it says like for one thing, it says plus HP. Do I get like 1 in HP extra?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Okay.
When you take that ability
the Hobbyist
or
has
feature,
that, but
No, that's Survivor.
Oh, before you guys,
Okay.
before I say anything, look who just popped in there.
it's the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just wandered into my room.
This is my
Side
youngest.
Okay. Even weirder is the base class doesn't have any pluses to hit points, but neither do any of the other things in it. It has no bonuses to stats.
But what
That's very
bonus?
confusing.
What stat bonus would you like it to have?
I would assume it would be HP.
Hang on, I'm gonna drop this little guy off.
That's what the class is about. I'm not asking for a
Yeah,
stat,
I would assume Enduring Soul would be HP.
but
If
like
anything.
everybody here is also agreeing that that's really weird that they didn't do that, because that's the whole purpose of the class, to have more HP.
Well,
Pardon me.
skip. As GM, I'll say give yourself a bonus to HP.
I will not say no.
No, but that's what you're wanting me to say. I could tell you were going
options.
for it.
No, I'd be okay without it. I find it strange from a mechanics perspective, because that's what they're emphasizing. And if you look in every other like class that's focused around some sort of combat, it gives you bonuses. Like the Roughneck gives you pluses to defense. But I would say that's less focused on survivability and more focused on demoralizing the opponent.
So yeah, please sign up for Aaron's campaign down in the link below to change that in the PTU.
Yeah.
I build games in my free time, so I do a lot of mechanics based stuff, and that just poked me as weird. Yes, poked me.
Poke.
Pokemon, Illuminati.
I'm fine with you having the bonus to HP.
Yeah, it'll just make it more fun when I one-shot you.
Yeah, looking, I think that's the only one that makes sense. Enduring Soul getting a +2.
So, for evolution, when we do evolve, like in other forms of media like the anime, we see that sometimes the Pokemon go also to a emotional change or a change in attitude. Is that something we can do as well when we evolve? Like change the character a bit in that way?
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that.
I land for that.
I was also going to ask if evolution would be more subtle in that we're changing as we level, and then the stat changes come in at the time of the level thing, but it's not like a brilliant white flash of light comes in, you fucking raise off the ground, energy shoots out of you, you go off like a bomb, and you're a new Pokemon.
Okay,
Well,
I'm basing mine
actually-
off an anime character, so I kind of like the idea.
Of course.
Yeah,
you
I
would.
don't want to see Lotad slowly changing into that. It's like he grows a whole body. That just
It's
changes
just puberty,
something.
man.
Randomly, one
enough
arm
for
just
it.
shoots out.
Wait,
It's the
Lotad
level
has
7. He has a
4
really
limbs?
long leg.
Is that your new theory, Aaron, that Pokemon's an analogy for puberty?
I don't think that's a new theory. I think that's been a theory for crackpots, but I am one, so I'm okay with that.
I really like Lombre just getting fat slowly and growing a beard, and then he's how he changes to Ludicolo. I evolved, guys.
That's actually really funny. My beard stopped growing. I'm fully evolved.
Then, like, some people would be like just changing hats and be like, "I have evolved, guys. I'm a new evolution."
I think that's all Eevee's done, isn't it? Eevee just dyes her fur and goes, yeah, there I am.
That would be
New
cool. Just like
You know what you should?
evolution just dressed up as the other one, and we're thinking, "Oh, it's a Vaporeon." And it's Jolteon. Just shaved.
You know what you should do, Seven? You should have your Ludicolo be a dancer. That's like the most terribly racist thing ever. Oh my gosh.
Like maybe when I get there, like I have plans for like the Lombre and for the Lotad. I don't know what to do with the Ludicolo yet. Like
I have to admit,
That's
Brock.
so racist. That's like doing
Brock.
a Chimchar as a martial artist. God.
or the Arrow as a tank. Like
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
Oh god, we're all terrible people. The only non-terrible person here is the Ralts, who's a chef, because that doesn't make any sense. You can be anything.
I think we should have Ralts as the beefy tank.
question for Jessica: how can you see? You don't have eyes. I just wonder.
They do. It's just hidden under that green thing on its
The
head.
hair.
It's going through an emo phase, guys.
I have a quick question about mechanics for certain classes. Now, I'm not interested in becoming a rider, but for instance, rider implies that there is something to ride upon, like a mount. In that instance, how would that work?
In this, well, as I said, probably a lot of them would need reworking, but I imagine it would come into play because the Rapidash and Pokemon like that still get road to travel. They just
Like
get
Lapras
hit themselves.
You just need
They
to make
just get
best
hit.
buddies with.
I don't get your question. There's a Laron right there.
Hey,
They
no
just
one is
get
riding
hit,
on
do
me.
we?
I will lay on you and you will die because I am like 500 something pounds.
I
That's like the
imagine
thing,
it's
like
kind
I'm
of like like Uber or a taxi driver, where like you just pay them for them to take you where you want.
Transport you.
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
you're a rider class, how does that work? Do you just like do you make best buddies with the Rapidash and then you can do that, or
I imagine
You don't play rider.
I mean, if that's the solution, that's
Yeah,
the solution. I'm okay with that.
that would make more
like-
sense.
Just
Yeah.
saying like how much you weigh and now you want to ride a Pokemon.
Because I mean, as I said, all Pokemon you could possibly ride are sentient and would act more like transport, where you pay to go somewhere. So
Pony
you
does
don't-
need to make money some way, so yeah.
Ponyta doesn't even have thumbs to use the coins.
Like that's the thing, right? I'm a water Pokemon, but I did take the swimming, I think, edge, just so we can play cheating.
Oh, that's all you need, a water Pokemon who uses surf and then drowns in his own surf.
That's kind of weird.
I will ride upon the Lotad's lily pad. And you will die.
I already have my head on my lily pad, so there's already something there. Sorry.
Yeah,
I mean, technically
okay.
speaking, I have a swim speed. As a Chimchar, like Chimchar can swim.
Isn't that terrible for you though? Like, isn't that like the most unhealthy thing you could do? Like for me,
Hey.
I could walk across water and then just get out, but you would like die.
You would still drown if you're too long underwater.
Well, yeah, but I can move in water without the water itself causing me extreme pain.
Maybe you
You're a
sink
rock
if you're
type.
heavy.
Rock is
I'm
weak to
also
water.
steel. I resist.
Steel does
Nah.
not resist water.
It doesn't? When did that happen?
Nope. It's always been that way. Water resists steel.
That's stupid.
Yeah,
That's dumb.
I get
How?
confused. I get confused by type advantages and all that now. There's
Oh,
too
yeah.
many of them.
There's only 18. Come on. That's
Yeah, there's only 18. There's only like 360 ways they, configure with each other.
And then we're not
if you
counting
need help
Aura.
with that, I do have it memorized. I've been playing Pokemon since it came out.
I have two. That doesn't mean I can memorize every single advantage in typing. You're just weird.
I have a photographic memory.
I've played
Oh,
this.
see? I said you're weird. I was right. You're weird.
Correct.
Okay, all right.
I've played this system a few times before, and no time have I ever remembered to work out type advantages when I've been
Water is
using a move.
one of the few things that I have no resistance to. It's so dumb. Oh my god.
Oh, I can win. I can win this battle. I can win this tournament.
So can I.
Okay, he's going to beat me
So-
though. Death.
All right. Would you rather me kill you with Rock Smash, Mach Punch, or Low Sweep? I'll let you pick.
Low sweep is based on weight, right?
Yep.
I think Rock Smash is the weakest one, so yeah.
All right. Mach Punch it is.
That's not what I said though.
Do you get all the attacks before level 10? That's like a lot.
Dude, I have what is that? I have 8 attacks.
Wait, how?
Some
'Cause
skills can give you attacks.
Yeah, I got a build.
Yeah,
as a
but you
martial
should-
artist, I got to pick 2.
Well, technically, I could just kill you all. So
Dang.
Rayquaza could just come out of hiding for the tournament and just blow it all away.
Just saying, you can't do the rocks fall, you die on me because I'll just use Rock Smash.
He's the GM. He can say sand falls on you. Brown Titan dead. GG.
I'm gonna roll acrobatics.
So that
The skill check is 37.
that would be my go-to move to do a total party kill. Just a level 100 Rayquaza coming out with Hyper Beam.
It rolls a natural 1.
Yeah, that would be my luck.
Rolls a natural 1. Something randomly comes out, uses Mirror Coat.
Yeah, somebody help me out with there's a name for it. If you're let's say you're fire type and use a fire type move, you get a bonus.
Stab.
It moves up the
Uh,
damage base by
Oh.
2.
Here it is.
Yeah.
So if it would be a damage base 8, it would go to a damage base 10.
Are we going to use that? Is my question to the DM.
Yeah.
If that doesn't need changing to fit the settings, so I mean, we will come across rules that do need changing. But
Yeah.
we'll do that as we come across them. I'm not going to sit here tonight going through the entire.
No, I get it.
Well, we don't need this rule.
Page 1, we're going to change this rule, and this one will stay the same. Page 2, we're going to...
Figure it out as we go. Because when I was thinking of this setting and that, it's basically the idea that set this setting off was Pokemon meets Dragon Age. That was my. I think that's the thing Jess wrote in the comments. Pokemon meets Dragon Age, and I was like, okay, I can do that. And then I think they all think also Pokemon meets Mass Effect came up as well. Which I'm going to have to do at some point. Pokemon in space, that'll be good.
So we talked about the gods, we talked about the dragons. Now my question is ghost Pokemon.
Ghost
Ooh.
Pokemon.
Are they Pokemon that died? Are we scared of them? Or
They're the least.
Just another type of evolution.
No, they're not dead Pokemon. They are their own Pokemon. As weird as it sounds, they are born ghost Pokemon. That's always been weird to me, them being born ghosts. But why do they need to? I suppose it's better than them saying, "Well, you left these two Pokemon at the daycare. One of them died, and now you've got a Haunter or a Ghastly. You left a dead body at the daycare. Now you got a Ghastly." It make more sense, but not in a kids game, I suppose.
Dark theory for that, for how ghost Pokemon come into be. I'd hate to say it, but a ghost Pokemon could be a Pokemon that had hatched, but it, essentially was a stillborn. Who had died. I'd hate to say it, but that would be a theory on how ghost Pokemon come to be.
How about we don't?
Yeah, I know. I'd rather not mess.
Say we did.
How about we just say ghost Pokemon are there, they're kind of not really interacted with, and we'll just leave it at that. We don't need to go into the origins of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But most of society still looks upon them with a bit of wariness, and
Maybe they're like ghost stories, they do exist, and
Yeah.
then it's always like against ghost Pokemon.
like it's kind of like the parents would pull their kids away if a ghost Pokemon was there, and kind of thing. That kind. But no, I'm not
question.
going. Yep.
Is Haunedge a Pokemon or a weapon?
Yes. Actually, the funny thing about that is, in this very same game, I actually had a weapon master who used a Haunedge, and the mechanic for it was it would drain HP every second that it was used.
Ooh, yeah, because I think that's what essentially Haunedge does in its Pokedex entry.
Yeah, it's supposed to take your soul when you use it. But mine was like, I like you. I won't kill you immediately. I'll just eat you bit by bit. But I was super badass with it. Did a lot of damage.
I think it's in the Game of Thrones book where it talks about using the Haunedge as a weapon and that. But it's kind of just really taking the mick out of Game of Thrones, doing all.
Yeah.
I mean, most of what we're doing is probably based out of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Bless me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
The Game of Thrones book has a picture of all the characters from the anime with like weapons and that, like all in armor and things, and you still got bloody Pikachu in there on top of that. Ash's head. How many times has he been able to get rid of Pikachu now? And he didn't. I mean, in the first series, I'm going to admit this. I honestly cried when he got rid of Butterfree.
Oh,
Oh
Butterfree?
yeah,
No,
that made me sad too.
But then a few episodes later, he had Pikachu was going to go, and I was like, go. Just let him go. Just let him go.
Wait, why do you have a Pikachu as a king if you hate Pikachu so much?
Yeah. I hate. No, it's just that Pikachu I hate so much.
It's the original design Pikachu, just so we know.
It's the fatty chew.
In the game,
Chubby
in
Chew.
the game, I like the Pikachu. Not that Pikachu though. The anime Pikachu I don't like. It's just so. I don't know. There's just something about.
Oh, hold on a second. I just read something. I just read something in the book. Example of a type change. A fighting ace/researcher performs mad science to give his Rapidash big muscly arms, shifting it from fire type to fighting type.
Look at that part.
Weird.
There's a picture with it, right? But
Yes.
yeah,
it has a Rapidash with big muscly arms. I have a question. Could I have water typing instead of rock? I just want to beat the freaking Chimchar. That's all I want.
Yeah, you
No, I'm not gonna ask for that. I'm not gonna ask. I'm being a little.
You're fucking gonna train your ass. That's your goal for this game. At some point, beat the Chimchar.
The primary way that I could do that is I literally just have to survive the first hit, and after that, I can probably beat him because one of my egg moves gives me it's a very strong move, but it'll probably kill me right after I hit him.
Self-destruct?
No.
Rock smash. No,
something like
rock.
that. Head smash or something like that.
Head smash.
It's some sort of smashy bash.
It's head smash. That's what it is. It's a rock type move.
Yep.
And it is ridiculously powerful.
And I can only use it once a day, and it recoils damage on me. If I somehow survive the first hit, then I can use that move, and I'd be able to knock him out. And for one moment, I would be the victor, and then I would be unconscious.
So Fate and me will just let you guys fight it out, and we'll fight the guy who wins. We're like, sure.
You're just there with popcorn that she cooked recently. It's like, when do you think they're gonna stop? When they're both dead.
Like, when's our turn? I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun campaign.
I just have to ask the GM again. Meow, 2-legged or 4-legged in this one? Like, I'm walking on 2 legs or walking on 4 legs?
Walking on
Pokemon games.
4 legs naturally, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always 4. It's just the Team Rocket Meowth learned to walk on.
No,
2.
in the games, every
they do
sprite.
here on 2. You're right.
I think that's because of the anime, though.
I don't know which game
because all the other ones it showed in the anime walked on 4 legs.
He's right.
Yeah, and the anime was always on 4 legs, but the game, I don't know if we're going by the game or the anime or both.
Yeah, that was one. I just need this to be decided. It never gets to that point. I just need this answer. Or they can choose.
Yeah, I just remember in the anime it had a whole thing of like it learning to walk on 2 legs.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
At the same time, learning to talk like a human.
Yeah. So that's why I would assume it would be 4 legs.
But they kind of retconned that though, haven't they? In the recent ones. I don't know if they've.
I don't know.
I think they have retconned.
Maybe I don't know.
I think he spoke about a different past in the recent series. I don't know.
Like I said, I haven't seen them
tell you.
so I have no clue.
Don't pay attention that much.
Do you guys want to talk our characters more, or is it we'll see that in game? Because I know somebody's a knight or tries to be a knight.
And he thinks he's a knight.
And I am the son of the King's Guard. It doesn't mean I necessarily am. I have to pass training and whatnot and become stronger. You know, all that jazz.
I mean, they look awesome being wielded though, on edge and that.
Except for the edge slash. There's no way you can effectively wield that thing with the stupid pointy thing on the bottom. That's not a hilt.
No, that's the thing I've always had about the big giant swords in anime and that. Like,
I fight with the German longsword in real life, and like I always get upset when I watch anime because of the stupid stuff they do with the swords. Oh, by the way, One Piece guy, Chimchar Man.
Yes.
Zoro sucks.
False.
I haven't seen the Zoro movie, so I don't know.
No. I'm talking about a specific character in One Piece.
Yeah.
Oh, well then I don't know anyway.
He uses a freaking sword in his mouth like a jackass. He looks so dumb.
How else are you supposed to do the 3-sword style?
You don't. Dual wielding is not an effective sword technique.
Can you not do that in life? Like,
it hurts. It hurts my soul.
Can I just fight the Aaron now?
I thought we were already fighting.
I mean, I know that dual wielding in real life like doesn't work, but it does look quite cool. They do make it look cool in the anime and that to dual wield.
And also, if that's the thing you're saying is unrealistic in an anime, I mean, come on.
It's doing pretty well.
But they don't explain his ability to do that with magic or anything. It's just it's something he trained at. That's why it's stupid.
that's like the most perfect reason over magic.
No, see, because magic, you know, if it's magic, whatever. It's in the rules of the universe of that anime, fine. But he achieved that using physical means. It's not magic. It's not any special, you know, magical sword that just attaches itself to his teeth and knows how to fight from his mouth. He did it by training, and that's so dumb.
Sounds like jealousy to me.
No, it's rage. It's rage.
I'll be right back, guys.
He's leaving forever.
He's like, I can't deal with this anymore.
Whatever.
No, he's gonna train right now to show you that you're wrong. He's gonna put a sword in his mouth. He's gonna train for a few hours. He's gonna show you.
I will say, anime logic aside, the most unrealistic part about Zoro using the 3-sword style is how clearly he talks with the sword in his mouth.
Oh yeah, no, that's
it's not realistic at all.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna change my character a bit since I got no hands, so I have to have a weapon in my mouth right now.
See, that's another thing I was like thinking. You said weapons were going to be introduced. I'm like, how do I wield a weapon?
Yeah,
I
the other
mean, in Aggron, you do go to 2
legs, so you could wield a weapon then.
Then I could wield a weapon, but like until that point, I'm just a shell.
Just a bad one. We can't train you until then.
I was about to say you could do a weapon in your mouth thing, but I don't know how well that would go.
No, he can't do it anymore.
No, I would never.
He just did.
I would never do that. I would stab myself with my non-existent hands before I did that.
You know what? I'm going to make it my goal to master 3-sword style in this campaign.
Well, for Laron, we could just glue like a sword to your tail.
Or like a
tail.
big, like, make basically like an ankylosaurus type thing.
Yeah, I was
Like
saying
a giant
I was
just
saying
mace.
the most appropriate thing would probably be to either put spears on my back in like a forward position so I can ram into things,
Triceratops.
or to just put something on my tail, I guess eventually. Yeah, we can just glue a rock to it. It would have made more sense if he grew a tail and did 3-sword style that way.
We see with spares his sword and Ralts standing there with a pan.
Because, like, Wukong wielded a
Frying
staff.
pans, who knew?
Oh, God. Yes.
Oh,
the
I
most
remember
powerful combatant.
From what is it again? I remember.
Tangled.
Rapunzel.
Tangled.
Tangled,
Tangled,
yeah.
okay.
Actually, yeah, if my character, since my character actually is a chef, she could technically do that if she wanted to.
The entire party's down. You're just like levitating yourself, and you like shoot the frying pan out with your psychic energy, immediately decapitating the enemy.
Ooh, yeah.
And then you fry their head in the same frying pan.
Uh.
Delicious.
I think
I
if my
promise
character
I'm
went
not
by
a witch.
that point, you guys would need to get rid of her because she'd be completely crazy by then. If she was to actually do that.
And we aren't.
I don't know.
Just tell my character is sushi. just lie to him and he waited.
Yeah, no, that's not a head. That's just a cake in the shape of a head.
It's really realistic.
It's delicious.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the blood is made of jelly.
This got dark. All right.
Yeah,
I'm
I did
sorry.
get dark.
It always like session. I don't think a session 0 about a Pokemon game cannot go dark because there got to be some things discussed. Which are
Yeah,
gonna be
there are
That is
also
true,
dark.
yeah.
There are freaking dark Pokedex entries for some Pokemon.
Well, yeah, there's a
Yes.
whole dark typing.
Well, yeah, I'm saying dark as in
I know.
like, yeah.
I'm just gonna walk up behind your character before the tournament and just head smash you. Then just be
Like-
done with you.
Lumbre like to trick humans into thinking they're children while they're in the water. I think that could go very dark at some point.
Oh, I mean that's kind of like the Fae. You know, they just want to take your children and then raise them,
Right.
or eat them. You know, either one.
So about my changing things when I evolve. No, just kidding. It's not that.
Which another thing, what would be the Fae in this world? Because like fairy types would just live among us.
There is no Fae.
It's very difficult to imagine a fantasy world with Pokemon as the people.
See, I think it's pretty much just going to be the single world. It's
Wait,
not
you never heard
necessarily
of
like
Crystal
a ton of planes.
So what?
It's the fairy. Instead of a
We're all fairies on the inside.
I was about to say, Ralts actually is a psychic fairy type, so
Yes, I know. That's why I'm questioning what the Fae would be. Would the Fae just be remnants, and their children are left to mingle with the world, etc., etc. The lady in the water was a Gardevoir who gave King Arthur a Honedge, etc., etc.
If we're gonna get dark, we can go this like the Pokedex. Why does it describe Pokemon as animals? Like the dog-like Pokemon or the fish-like Pokemon. Like, wait, they have dogs? They have giraffes?
I think that was just a relevance thing for people, but in that
So
vein,
animals have existed
Yes.
in the Pokemon. Just saying.
they're all freakish mutants.
But at some point, Growlithe's better than what a dog is. So like Growlithe, the Growlithe Pokemon.
So we haven't all killed each other then.
I mean,
Well,
not
actually,
yet.
I already one-shot the Aaron, so he's out of the campaign.
Okay,
Me and
that's
Faith are
fine
just
with me.
getting some food and just chilling. I think I see group number. I think it's me and Faith just hanging out there too, just always trying to beat each. Like they're the Gimli and Legolas here, just trying to keep score of battle the whole goddamn time.
That makes me sad because I'm also short.
Yeah, I'm
You're
short too.
definitely Gimli.
You come from the mines, Brawl. You're from some cave mountains. You're a metal.
I eat rocks.
You eat drugs. You're the Gimli.
You're Gimli.
I can definitely see this going to be a fun campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not a group of stiffs.
I must admit, I always consider myself the Sam in games. Yeah, we're getting there.
That's for every group needs a Sam.
Yeah.
What do you mean by a Sam? I'm confused.
Samwise
Sam, I
Gamgee.
always describe as he's not the main
Samwise.
character. He's taking a step back and let other people in the spotlight. But without him, everything would have gone wrong.
Jon Snow's butt buddy.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking Sam.
Samwise Gamgee, but also that same character is the same type of character.
Yeah, exactly.
Having a Sam character means a lot more than just Samwise Gamgee now, because there's that character trope is part of media now, and it's basically
Well,
the main.
I would say in Game of Thrones, he does find a girl, and he does he gets his own story. Like Sam,
Yeah, but he was never like the focus at the start of it.
We see Frodo walking alone, and we don't see Sam at any point until he's back at Frodo. That's how non-main character he is.
That's fair. I was noting the similarities between them in terms of supporting characters.
Yeah. But like Sam in Game of Thrones did have some, like even Pippin and what's his name? Pippin and what's the other?
Mary.
Yeah, they had like their own moments in the series. Sam, almost 9. But that's what I like. I like that he takes a step back, and without him, everything would have been fucked up.
Yeah. He didn't really get involved much, but he was the voice of reason kind of thing.
He was like what you wanted to say to Frodo at the fucking moment. Like, why are you following this? Shouldn't you be doing this?
Yeah, just at the end, I'd have just pushed Frodo off as well with the ring. Off you go.
Off the edge, you wanker.
I'll just tell everyone that you were in a fight with Gollum and you both fell off.
I imagine him saying it in that very mellow tone of voice as Frodo's falling into the volcano. I'll just let him know you did this with it.
I mean, at the end, he was he could have took Frodo's book at the end and just changed a few details of it quickly. Because didn't Frodo give him the book anyway?
Maybe.
I think he did before he went off with the elves. He gave him the book, so couldn't Sam have just quickly rewritten a few details that involved him? Just switched his and Frodo's role.
Like, yeah, that's why I like Sam. Like, after that, he's like, oh yeah, I'm going normal life. And Frodo's like, no, I'm going to the fucking magical elf place for some fucking reason.
Yeah, the elves are leaving the world, and so am I. For no reason.
Are you talking about Bilbo?
No, Frodo left at the end.
Frodo did leave. Okay.
I don't know if it actually explained why he left.
He had seen enough when he seen and he wanted rest.
I mean, honestly, he had been through so much shit.
Yeah, but Sam had been through the exact same shit.
No,
he didn't
not the exact same shit. He didn't get bit by a fucking spider and drained, and then had his
thing that they did not mention is that Frodo's actually gay and in love with Sam, and seeing him in the hands of a woman just is too much for him.
I would believe that.
Yeah. Or maybe the hobbits are quite they're not as like open and open a society as they wanted to, and quite homophobic, and that's why Frodo had to go. Quite a homophobic society, and they had to get rid of. They just quietly get rid of him.
Bilbo hang around with Gandalf.
Some Republicans.
That's also the thing. Why don't we never see Frodo's parents, by the way?
I don't think that his parents were like around in the movies, or they weren't important at the very least. Like they didn't matter enough.
Didn't matter. No.
Yeah.
No one cares about your parents, Frodo. God.
Yep. His parents had nothing to say about him taking advice off this old human wizard and going off with him. His parents didn't care. Just off you go.
Okay, so what I'm getting is we're doing a Pokemon game, Dragon Age, Game of Thrones, with Lord of the Rings. God.
Yeah, no, that's 100% perfect. Yep, there we go.
Except-
Not too much Game of Thrones. Not too much Game.
Please
there is-
let there be Game of Thrones. Looks at Chimchar.
There is dragons involved, so there are dragons there. Well, not so much
true.
because they're off doing their own thing.
Like, how long has
No.
that been that they went there? Is that like this kingdom? Is that why this kingdom is 50 years old? Because 50 years ago the dragons left, or
Yeah, they kind of were around at the start of the kingdom, and they didn't like the fact that they weren't being well,
they're
kind
they're
of
the Slytherin. I get it. They're Slytherin.
yeah.
They were there when it got created, and afterwards, like, it's not what we wanted.
Yeah, we'll just they did try and have a war with the kingdom, but they just they kind of mysteriously ended. No one knows why the dragons kind of just gave up and went. It's kind of one of those things where it's not been written in history, kind of thing.
Oh, my guy wouldn't know it as far about that history. So, I mean, how old does Pokemon get? Like, does it depend on the Pokemon, or is it just human?
I think it depends on the Pokemon. Kind of like in real life, where it kind of depends on size and things like that. Because like the dragons and that, I imagine they'd live for 100 years or so, like turtles and other reptiles.
And then Aaron's only live a couple weeks.
I'm made of rock. I live forever.
Live millennia. Ralph's only live a couple of weeks until the seasons
You
change.
sleep in winter for 3 months. Just so you know. Started just before winter.
Bye. Yeah, I won't set this during winter, otherwise Faith won't get much done. Just be there. I know she's not down as a grass type, but
The Lotad is, and
Yeah.
a water type. The Lotad would just freeze.
yeah, freeze and go to
Actually,
sleep.
there's a type of toad that goes into hibernation, and they unthaw in the winter, in the spring.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. But isn't Lotad based on the Kappa more than anything?
Maybe, I have no idea what kind of thing it's based off of. You
Yeah.
act like I'm smart.
I know that.
I know in the start they were like basing them on like these creatures of folklore and that, and
Yeah,
The Kappa.
now they've just given up and they're just basing them on any old animal they see in the street.
Or garbage bag.
Yeah. Oh god.
You know what? There's an owl I've seen that is like a mixture of an owl and a parrot. Very pretty. I think it would make a good Pokemon.
Yeah. You should tell them. Might change the name of one of the Pokemon that they were going to base on. Just have they got a Pokemon based on a pencil yet? Because I imagine that's coming.
I think they do.
They have a painter Pokemon who paints with his still. That's the closest
Yeah.
one, probably.
Smeargle.
Yeah, I liked when Ash had that Pokemon, and then he gave that. He always gives his best Pokemon away. That's the thing, Ash. Never Pikachu though.
Well, they train them much better than he does. So, I
Oh.
mean, he had a fucking Tauros and Kingler Like he never trained, and in the fucking stadium they crushed it. They were just trained themselves. They were much better than his own Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's just a way to win in stadiums, like getting them back when you actually need them, not training them yourselves.
Yeah. Like it's Charizard. He like just gets it to listen to him, and then off you go.
Hi, Charizard. Go live with the other Charizards in Charizard Mountain.
Yeah. Don't just. I'm a bit more of a hoarder when it comes to Pokemon.
That's the thing,
yeah.
right? It's like my Pokemon are my friends until I get to a new island or something. Then I dump them and never talk to them again.
I mean, Bulbasaur, he just left at Presser Oaks, didn't he?
Oh my god, I hate that. And Bulbasaur is such a useful friggin' Pokemon.
I know. I mean, he left him there to guard Presser Oaks, like Pidgeotto, it just evolves to Pidgeot and then just leaves it there. Yeah.
If I remember correctly, he left Pidgeot to guard the other
Pidgeys.
All the Pidgeys against the Fearow.
I know there's always a stupid reason like that for him leaving the Pokemon, but still, they're like his best Pokemon.
The stupid reason with the Pidgeot, the stupid reason with the Pidgeot is like half a day from where he lives.
Yeah, and you never see it again.
It's like, he's just listen. Just bring all the Pidgeys to fucking Professor Oak. It's around the corner. They're safe there.
And then he'll just turn them all into candy,
But I mean that muck, you always see that bloody muck. He leaves. And why is that Pokemon the one you always see that he leaves?
Because it's the most invasive one. The dick.
Yeah, every time he talks to Professor Oak, Muck shows up on screen and.
Shut up, Muck.
There's this episode that Professor Oak actually talks about eating Krabbies, so it's something they do.
Hey, didn't Ash catch like 50 Krabbies or something?
No,
it was 50 Tauros.
Yeah,
it was from the episode we never got to see in the anime.
Because they had a gun at one point.
Yeah, it's a stupid reason. It's a stupid reason for banning it. There's probably worse things that could pop up in the anime.
Have any of you ever seen that other one which they eventually banned, where it's like the beauty contest?
Yeah.
Like
yeah, that's another.
James had tits. That's what I meant.
Yeah, James had tits. Yeah, and they just. I remember seeing that, and I found it funny and that, but I've never seen it since because they've banned it. I'm just like, why? Yeah.
Same with the Jinx episode, right?
I mean, I saw like a clip of that. Either I saw a clip of that, or I actually saw it on TV before it got banned way back when.
I mean,
I do remember seeing part of it.
I mean, have you guys seen on YouTube the Porygon episode, but slowed down?
I see that slow down.
They've shown it. They've got it on YouTube slowed right down, so it doesn't cause and it still gives you a headache watching it. You're like, yeah, I don't like this.
It's still like that episode is like, wait, are we still? Is it Digimon now? Or are we still? They created a digital Pokemon, and now it gets into. It was so confusing. It was like we had to make this picture.
It's just half an hour of just flashing lights and that, and you're just like, yeah. I can
this definitely gave people seizures.
I can see why it happened. Even slowed down, you're on the verge of going.
So,
and apparently, ever since that episode, Porygon has never been seen in the anime since.
No, not even Porygon 2 or Porygon Z.
And it's not the poor Pokemon's fault. It was Pikachu that caused the missiles to explode.
God damn Pikachu ruining everything.
Yeah, I think due to popular demand, Pikachu is no longer king.
Prove it. Get the Pikachu.
Yeah, Pikachu.
No, he was king. And then we all killed him. And
that's like
a new king.
He's gonna be a new king, guys.
There'll be no Pikachus mentioned in this campaign.
Only Mimikyus.
Or Mimikyu.
Well, if there's no Pikachu, then why would there be Mimikyu? There'd be nothing for him to be mad about.
Oh, he'd be mad.
No, he would be the original. He's like, I'm happy. Everybody.
Yeah, the only one left is him now. So he's like, hooray! No more Pikachu. I can finally be the center of attention.
That's probably what a Mimikyu will ask Arceus if he's like, yeah, can you change it? I'm Pikachu.
Yeah, the big bad introduces a disease that only targets Pikachu.
The Pokerus virus is now lethal.
But only lethal to Pikachu.
Yeah. The rest of you get super strong with it. Just Pikachu just died.
What? I feel like there's something very wrong with us for wanting to kill Pikachu this badly.
It actually has something about in the book about the Pokevirus or Pokerus. How to incorporate that into your game. I
did not read that.
I believe it's at the near the end, or maybe to one of the supplement books. Actually.
I expect a campaign with that going, like with the disease. It's gonna be like communities, like I wait 20 rounds.
But yeah, I imagine for my Mass Effect themed one, I'll be using the Do Porygon Dream of Mareep supplement for the sci-fi bits. And I am also toying with the idea of running a normal campaign of like where you catch your Pokemon and that, but set before the invention of Pokeballs.
You get cool. the wind-up Pokeballs from Professor Oak. Those are beautiful.
Or maybe I'll say just on the verge of them creating Pokeballs. Because I can't remember what they used before Pokeballs.
Apricorns.
I think, they used to use apricorns.
They just used to be friends, like you want to work together.
That's what I would assume how it started.
Or slavery. I mean.
And I'm running a fantasy game with some people, and in that one I'm making it like Pokeballs are called Rune Orbs, and they're like the most rare thing to find. Like only like people who are extremely rich have multiple Pokemon. And then like even having a Pokemon in the first place is hard to do.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I mean, I imagine Pokemon as mythical figures of vast power. They control the freaking element, man. I was about to say
Pokemon
elephant.
disease happened, and then there's like less Pokemon, and that's all.
But only less Pikachu.
So we're gonna get Crown King now. Like, here's a job.
in the Mareep Dream of, the Porygon Dream of Electric Mareep, they actually have a page showing you the interiors of the Pokeballs. I'd love to live there, live in a Pokeball.
Wait, in which page did I gotta see this? In my Pokemon campaign, we didn't talk much about Pokeballs. One guy came from a Pokeball, but it broke. Now he wasn't a Natu, so he's using it as a hat. This is almost the perfect size for a hat.
Was it a Jewish Natu?
No. He's religious, so.
And then on the next page, you have this picture. Where is that?
Oh God!
I had a question.
Yeah, that's how the poke centers really work.
Oh, that's actually a great question. How do we heal in this game? Are there Pokemon centers, or are there other places we can heal up?
No, it's more in the traditional sense of like the potions and that. The poke centers do exist, but they're more just like in kind of like old style inns and that. They work that way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, resting and
yeah. Not this with chances jabbing you with fucking needles.
No,
that is some out of horror. That.
Oh yeah.
That looks awesome.
That is cool. That looks like if someone took the Mega Evolution and mixed it with like Gundam.
Yeah, but that's that's my next campaign, not this one. So we'll. Yeah.
I've got to go. Something just came up.
Oh, that's fine.
All right, peace out, man.
See you later.
I'll see y'all later.
Later.
See ya.
Like, yeah, the designer of the images in this game are so great. Sometimes they're very dark.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some nice weapons. These things on this image. Shoot, I will look at my campaign.
In another campaign of this I run, which was a normal one, I'd like just set it at the time of Sun and Moon, but in in Kanto. So like everything had moved on the 20 years, but it was in Kanto. And that was quite good because Professor Oak had retired by that point. So there was a new professor, also called Professor Oak.
Was it
I
Gary?
was about to say, is it Gary? Because he was trying to be a professor, wasn't he?
No, because Gary and Red, I mean Blue and Red are in the Aloha region, running the battle tree.
Oh, that's right.
So it was Daisy Oak.
Oh.
It took over as professor.
That's Gary's sister, right? Or
Yeah.
is-
Yeah, sister. From the game, anyway.
The
I don't think it ever mentions him having a sister in the anime.
Yeah, you see her briefly. She doesn't do anything. You just see her briefly in it, and then.
Not cool.
But in the manga, she actually does train to become a doctor, or was it a professor? So I just that actually got me thinking of like her becoming the next professor. And also I read the theory about Oak and Agatha being like that. Agatha's actually Gary's grandma.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, because we never do find out what his grandmother is, or who his parents are. We never do see them either.
And
That's Pokemon. You don't. If you think about a parent, everything like
Nobody's family is ever explained. Yay!
Only one we ever see is Ash's
Roxy's
mother.
mother, Misty's parents.
But the theory also says that Professor Oak was part of the Pokemon League as well at one point.
It could happen.
He was a trainer as Ash.
Yeah.
Like Ash, so yeah, he did.
And that's the theory that they sort of like were in the Pokemon League at the same time, him and Agatha, because she does actually mention him when you go to fight her in the Elite Four. When you reach Elite Four, I think she calls him some stuff, like saying what a useless person he is and that trainer he was.
That's the thing that they did with Professor Oak. They were like, oh yeah, well everything has a special. Oh, at some point he became a poet. Like out of nowhere, he was suddenly this famous poet and started saying up poems the whole time. Like before, no mention of it, and suddenly now he's a poet.
And there's also that theory that Giovanni's Professor Oak's kid as well.
What?
Yeah. Giovanni being Professor Oak's son and Gary's uncle.
Nah, I would faster see Professor Oak banging a Pokemon than a human.
I mean, it makes more sense than Giovanni being Ash's dad.
True.
But no, there's already that theory that what's his name out of Pokemon Chronicles that Richie meets is Ash's dad because he's got.
Oh yeah.
Dang it! I don't remember what the guy's name is. He had a Chikorita.
Doesn't he look like Ash?
Yeah, that's why the.
That would be interesting if he actually was Ash's dad, because we would have already seen them, and it would have been a bigger surprise than just to reveal a stranger being Ash's dad that we haven't seen before.
I just like how Ash's mom never really. The only mention of him
Talks
is like,
about him.
she never talks about him. Yeah, but
Except
it's
for
just
one
like
point in the beginning of the show where it took his father apparently 3 days to get to Viridian City or something. That's
Yeah.
what they mentioned.
how the hell it takes you about probably about half an hour. I'd say it was in game time for in the game. I'd said it was half an hour. Just
Can
one
somebody
route.
explain to me how Gary got a car full of girls after he had only had like 4 Pokemon, like 3 badges, and he was suddenly like the best trainer in the world? It was like he was like
It-
12, just so you guys remember at that point.
Yeah. I was just about to say, does anyone know how creepy it is that Gary had a car full of girls?
Yeah, considering I think he was 10 is when they
Yeah.
started their journeys. That's creepy, yeah.
Or if he was or if he was actually 18 or something, then that just shows that he's a much worse trainer than Ash.
So the question is,
Took him to 18 to
Giovanni
get his start.
Gary's father, and is he actually fucking rich?
It would make sense.
Yeah, I mean they never actually fight in the anime, do they? Gary and no, they do.
Yeah.
Gary and Giovanni do.
Gary and Giovanni
Don't they?
do
Yeah, he
with Mewtwo.
challenged him for the last badge, but then he faced Mewtwo and got his butt
Yeah.
kicked.
You see it like a few
Yeah.
seconds in the movie. You see him fight. You see actually Gary, and Gary just has to call up 5 Pokemon at once fighting Mewtwo and they destroy the points.
But I mean, didn't Gary at that point have 13 badges or something? He showed Ash.
I thought it was 10 badges, but I don't know. Yeah, he had more badges than he needed, essentially.
He had more badges than there were actually gyms. So I don't know what
That
you
we
were
knew
doing
of
there.
anyway, because there might have been gyms out there that we never got to see, that Ash never went to.
there are more gyms then. That's the thing. Like
Okay.
first season, like Ash only earns like 2 badges the correct way or something. Like,
Yeah, he
most
only
of them are
earns 2
either
badges
cheating.
by winning battle. Every other badge he earned through some form of him being nice.
Yeah, I think the lava one.
He won against Lieutenant Surge. I remember that. He won against Erica legally.
Erica, which one was
Wait,
she?
Erica?
Erica was the grass type gym leader.
No, he stays in her
No,
Pokemon
he
on
saved
fire.
her gym from
Yeah,
being
he
set on
saved
fire.
Yeah, for the fire. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he won in the gym badge, and then
No.
it won, and then
No,
the gym
I
caught
think,
on
I
fire.
think the only other person he beat was Sabrina.
No, Sabrina, I
No.
don't think he won that
No,
way
Sabrina
either.
laughed. No, Honda got
left.
Sabrina
Oh,
to
that's
laugh.
right. God, it's so
The
stupid.
guy with the volcano. But he,
No, yeah, Blaine.
Yeah,
Blaine,
he
he
won
did
against
win
Blaine.
How
Charizard
did
won
he
against
Actually, it was like a Pokemon battle, and he changed it to 1, like just 1 Pokemon
Yeah.
battle. So they did change rules a bit, though, for him.
Yeah, but he won Blaine with the Charizard did the seismic toss.
Yeah, tossing Magmar into the volcano. Yeah.
And he won against Team Rocket. But again, not the official GM leader there. He
Yeah.
always
But
wins.
he still won against them, which they were officially in
The gym
charge. So
leaders.
Giovanni left them,
Yeah,
which was a stupid mistake on his part.
That's what I don't get. If Giovanni sees them as so inept, why did he leave them in charge of the gym?
And why keep them in the first place?
Yeah,
because he doesn't care about the fucking gym.
I don't think he cares about like world domination as much as he does by sending Jesse and James out everywhere.
But just so
Don't
you
think he
guys
actually
know,
cares.
Team Rocket takes over the gym, and in 10 seconds make the gym that they elect for children.
Mm.
That's how bad that decision was.
I think the whole sending 10-year-olds out to battle gym leaders and that is a bit too much.
Yeah, if they were teenagers, that might make more sense, but not 10-year-olds.
How old's Brock in the anime anyway?
I assume at least 13,
16.
14.
I think he was like very old already. He was like
He was-
16.
I always thought he was like more like 18, more an adult.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he was always flirting with the girls, and normally
Yeah.
they won't do that until like
That,
around puberty.
that'd be quite creepy and being a kid doing that.
Yeah. That would be creepy.
That's why Ash never picks up on like the girl thing.
No.
He's
I
I think
think
he's
he-
probably not interested in girls at that point.
I think there's only been 2 girls that people have actually wanted Ash to get with. Misty,
Misty, and
and
then the last one.
so what was her name?
Serena.
Selena.
Selena. Yeah.
Serena. Yeah.
The
They're the
French
only-
one.
And people were so angry when Misty left the series. I remember that.
Yeah, because
There have
they
been
were
other
they
girls that
were
have been involved in
legitimately
that.
building them up as a relationship. You know,
I
like
know.
they
Yeah, I
spent
can
so
understand. I
much
can understand
time.
Brock leaving because he had to help with his family and all that. But
See,
Oh,
then
yeah.
why
Brock
couldn't they
came
have kept
back
him
all
around?
the time.
He
Brock
finally
never
left.
goes back to his family.
Misty
finally-
didn't have to go back to the gym.
No.
That's the
Yeah, her
thing
sisters.
that annoys
Her
me.
sisters could have taken care of that.
No, apparently they were
Could
going on a
have.
cruise or something, weren't they? So she had to go back.
Brock went to live with like this lady who just had everything launched, like the lady scientist, just because she had big boobs.
Ivy.
She
That's
stayed
her
there.
Ivy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Because I
And then
remember
he
every
goes
time
to
someone
stay
said
at Ash's-
her name afterwards, he'd go into a depressive state.
yeah,
And
because
then
she
he
done
went to
gym.
Ash's mom. He never went back home. He was very close to where he was living currently, at Ash's
He's-
mom's. He was like, yeah, she's living alone. Maybe I have a chat.
Yeah. He's got in some rivalry with Mr. Mime for Ash's mum's affections.
I forgot that Mr.
I know. I'm sure Mr. Mimes are just people just pretending to be Pokemon. Just to get
That'd be
out
funny.
of doing anything.
I'm so sad that the character that I am combatively rivaled against so thoroughly thrashes me in typing. Just one punch. He's gonna be One Punch Man to me.
That kind of makes sense for the rivalry.
I can
I
use
mean-
bubble on you.
I mean, yeah, but my defense would be enough to take that. Like, you're not like, I don't imagine that you're a super strong attacker. He is a physical sweeper more than likely with fighting type moves.
If
Which
you
is
give me a few rounds to use bulk up, then yeah, you should look out for my bubbles. So bulk up as well.
No, speaking of that, like status, like moves like that, which up your attack and things. What will you be like physically? Do you think they'd physically change the Pokemon, or just like in the game, just like
I don't think it
stupid
would
light and then?
change the Pokemon.
I think it's more like adrenaline, so you're pumping yourself up, and that's why it's only like
Mhm.
temporarily.
So you wouldn't do a whole Popeye type thing and.
This is a Super Saiyan.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That-
more
that-
Super Saiyan and Popeye, yeah.
I'm just picturing that is how most of you are going to do your Mega Evolutions, isn't it? Some kind of Super
See,
Saiyan type
I'm
transformation.
not a super anime nerd. I like anime, but I can't stand like half of the crap in it because it irks the living hell out of me for some reason.
Like what, for example?
Oh no,
Zoro with the stupid 3 swords. It's stupid.
Yeah,
Everybody
It's just-
wielding 2 weapons at once. Stupid. Nobody realizing that a sword and a shield was the most effective thing ever because it protects and attacks. So stupid. The oversized weapons. You got me on a rant, by the way. Stupid.
no. For Mega Evolution, I'm going Alolan Executor way. I'm just getting a long neck as a ball.
I think for my Mega Evolution, or it's either my Mega Evolution or my Final Evolution, I do actually want to get the water typing and look exactly like that. I
yeah.
feel like that would fit me and my background.
Appearance.
Yeah.
Oh man, can me and Gardevoir just do like Mega Evolve together?
No, no, we're not having fusion.
Fusion. Ah!
There was that one fusion.
What about Venustoise, man?
That was.
Come on.
I was like, why aren't they? That would make me think more of how breeding would go.
Yeah, that's how that's what that made me think of. Because
Wait,
like when I was making this and I was like, what's my mama Pokemon? I'm like, that would be cool if I had cannons on my back as an Aaron. You know, just basically a shell that bombards people from a mile away.
There was one Pokemon fusion. Which one?
Venustoys. And that
How are you
episode with
forgetting
the maiden of
Greninja
this.
Ash? There's two. How are you forgetting Greninja Ash?
Oh, Greninja Ash. That
Ash
see,
Greninja, yeah. That.
that's dumb.
I know that was dumb.
It's so dumb. Oh my god, it was so stupid.
People
Because
were
it-
thinking that was going to be the next in-game mechanic, weren't they?
I don't understand why the friendship between Ash's Greninja and him would be stronger than the one between him and his Pikachu.
Where's
I know.
Ash
I know.
Oh,
Ash Pikachu the longest. You would think that if it was going to be for anything, it'd be for those two.
so dumb.
But that showed you that even the creators hate Pikachu. Even the creators are like, no, we're not giving Pikachu that power. No, we'll give it to this
He's already
one.
gotten enough stuff.
Because I'm sorry, Greninja looked cool. Looked much cooler than
We-
Pikachu.
Meowth is actually destroying their plans on purpose because he doesn't want that Pikachu. He's like, nope.
People hate the fact that Pikachu's become so popular. Even the creators. We never wanted Pikachu this popular.
Heck, if I remember correctly, I think I heard something about how they were debating whether to use either Pikachu or Clefairy as the mascot.
Clefairy, yeah. Clefairy was
But
the original Ash.
Clefairy.
Yeah. And I
Yes.
think they decided that Pikachu would cater more to, what was it, little boys or something?
Merchandise.
Well, yeah, but
yeah, the
little boys
merchandise.
would be more inclined to like Pikachu because Clefairy looks like a fairy. And it's
Yeah.
pink.
The pink thing was probably, yeah.
I mean, I thought Pikachu was cool until I got old enough to realize that Bulbasaur is a superior race.
Yeah. I mean, my eldest is 8 and his favorite Pokemon's Bulbasaur already. So
Your eldest is a very wise child
yes,
because Bulbasaur is one of the few Pokemon that are starters that still are able to compete competitively without Mega Evolutions. I'm looking at you, Charizard. Down with the Fire type hierarchy.
Hey, I always went with Charizard when I was playing the original series.
Yes.
Then
are
again,
you-
I like
99%
Charmander.
of every
Are you
other
one of those people who says that he's the superior starter all the time?
No, I just picked Charmander because I liked it the best. It just nothing
Okay,
to do with that. It's just my favorite.
The thing
And
with
then
Charmander,
you-
it was like really.
Usually
yeah.
I go for the grass starter, except for the first two generations. I go for Charmander, Cyndaquil, then I'd go for Trico, any of the starters from
Tortiga.
Gen 4, Snivy, and actually Fennekin would be my favorite for Gen 7.
For
Or
me,
Gen 6, sorry.
Different choices complete.
for
And-
me, it was Bulbasaur, Totodile, because I mean, Feraligatr is the
Yeah.
gangster, like just straight up. What was Gen 3? Is that the one where Gen 3? No, that's Torchic. I actually went with Mudkip in Gen 3 because I was like, he just looks so derpy. I had to pick him because I knew no one else would love him.
I went with Torchic because I like Blaziken. I like the look of Blaziken.
Yeah, and then they went on this ridiculous like rant of nothing but fire fighting types.
I
for
know until
years.
Yeah, I know.
until we got to Gen 6, I think.
The most boring type combination ever after a while. Because like
Yeah.
really, most fire types should either have. I think they did it because most fire types ended up having high physical attack, and it was like, why are you giving them special type moves all the time? And then like, okay, let's just do fire fighting then. But then you're really just making them a fighting type Pokemon because why would anybody use most of the fire types moves, which are based off a special attack?
I'm gonna go, guys. See you next time.
Oh,
Peace
ya.
out, Sven.
see you later.
I will also head off. My voice hurts, and I am tired and would like to sleep.
Yeah, I think we'll end it here.
Okay.
I think we've gone completely off topic. So
Well, I mean, We did make a lot of stuff, and I think we have enough to go off of.
Yeah, cleared a lot of stuff up.
Yeah.
I did say it was going to mainly be just hanging out
Yeah.
thing.
Out of curiosity, what's your name again? Brian, was it?
Brian, yep.
Yeah. Do you have issues with social anxiety?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I do a bit, yeah.
Don't worry about it, man. You're gonna do fine. My only note to you would be louder.
Okay.
That's about it. Peace out, man.
Okay. See you later. Right. I'm gonna.
So I guess we'll head off then.
Yeah, we'll head off.
Okay.
We'll head off.
See ya.
I'll see you later, Jeff.